In our AI watch tonight, OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, is under investigation by the Federal Trade Commission for potential harm to consumers.
The FTC is asking for extensive records from the tech company to see if they violated consumer protection laws and how they handled personal data. In addition, they are investigating whether it's harmful to consumers when ChatGPT provides false information to its users.
Joining us tonight to discuss this are Hajj Flemings, CEO of Rebrand Cities, who uses AI technology often, as well as Lu Wang, assistant professor at the University of Michigan. Thank you both for being here tonight.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Professor Wang, let's start with you. ChatGPT is built to learn from people and grow. Is collecting personal data part of how the program works?
So basically, this model is trained from large amount of data. Could be possibly crawled from the internet, or also might be collected through the interaction with the model by the users. So those models are built upon very powerful and flexible architecture based on neural models, and that's why they can learn those patterns of how humans communicate and also how humans accomplish tasks very well. In addition, there's new techniques where they can learn directly from human feedback, meaning that they can easily acquire a high-level notion of what the desired properties of those outputs should look like.
Mm-hmm. And for you, Hajj, are you a frequent user of the AI technology?
Yes. And so I run something called Prompt Camp. And so we do training, and we train companies and small businesses on really how to understand this space, how to use these tools, and also to this whole new space of prompt engineering.
So are you worried about false information that can come from it?
So I think in general, anytime you have new technology, there are going to be bugs, right? This is something that's an order of magnitude that's totally different than anything that we've ever seen, right? And so I think if you compare ChatGPT to BART, BART has kind of they've under-promised, right? And so I think the concern is coming out of the Senate hearings that came out in May. The regulation is not moving at the same pace as the technology. But I think we have to understand that the information that comes out of this, we need to do fact checking, right? And so I can give you some examples of actual situations where lawyers have not fact checked. Mm-hmm. And they brought cases in. So there's a lawyer by the name of Stephen Schwartz who took facts from ChatGPT into a court case, and the machine had hallucinated, which means that it's AI-generated information that's false. Those are called hallucinations, and that's the industry term.
Well, let's get to this hallucination. And so, Professor, do you think that there is a risk to people and there's a way to potentially avoid it? Obviously, the government's looking into all of this, but do you think that this erroneous information is troubling?
Absolutely. So the problem for those is that humans in general are not good at distinguish from those correct information from the incorrect ones. And now we're having these ChatGPT techniques, which means that they can generate large amounts of those information in a very quick speed. And we know that fact checking has already been very difficult task. And now with massive amount of this kind of information online would make this task even harder, and then makes the target audience will be more easier to be manipulated by any malicious factors.
So Lu, what is the solution there?
So that's a good question. So currently, I think there are at least two ways to think about it. One is that we're talking about it, exactly how we can regulate those companies who produce techniques to do better, and also make sure that they would comply with the regulation come up with. The other one is for the machine learning or the natural language processing community. They should actually make efforts to build up new tools to think about how to detect such information generated by ChatGPT, for example, as well as think about how to potentially avoid such attacks and make those models can be detected by other models.
Hajj, as somebody who uses AI frequently, do you think there should be some type of government oversight or control?
So I think we need regulation. I think with a technology like this is absolutely an absolute need, right? But also I think that people have to also make sure that they're not reliant totally upon the government, right? Because again, I need to make sure that I'm being safe. And so I think being concerned with how you use the information is important, but we also have to realize that again, you're asking the government, who might not be experts in artificial intelligence, to now regulate these companies. So the most powerful company right now is OpenAI, in my personal opinion. And so now these companies need to self-regulate, but I also think that the government does play a role, but I think we can't rely totally upon the government. We need to look at this stuff the same way I have to regulate internet technology for my daughter who's 12.
Yeah, and we saw the same issues, obviously, with social media. Well, thank you so much to Hajj Flemings, as well as Lu Wang. Thank you so much, both of you, for being here tonight in The Insight.